Hi and welcome to my Cookiedoo tutorial. When you buy a Thermomix, you get 6 months free access to Cookiedoo. All you need to do is go to Cookiedoo, set yourself up an account, and then you need to link your Thermomix to that account. You can do this by finding your Thermomix serial number under the settings of your Thermomix, and you can add devices to your Cookiedoo account. Once you've got your account and your Thermomix is linked, you can start to explore, you can add recipes, you can set up a weekly planner, and you can also do your shopping directly to the retailers. So to begin with, let's have a look at exploring around Cookiedoo. So here you have a Cookiedoo search bar. Anything that you want to find, it's a good idea to type it in here first. Today I'm going to be making some mincemeat. So I'm going to type in mincemeat and see if I can find a recipe that I want to use. As you can see, a list of related products comes up onto the search bar. I'm going to click on mincemeat, and then all the relevant recipes relating to mincemeat, including actual meat recipes, will come up. So this is the recipe I want to cook. So I can click on this recipe and I can have a look and see what is going to be required to make this recipe. If I want to cook it today, I can click on Cook Today, and then when I actually go to look at my Thermomix, that recipe will be stored in my weekly planner. If you click on Add, you can do various other options. You can make a bookmark for this recipe. You can add it to a collection that you're creating for your own personal recipes. You can also add it to your week, so if you're not intending to cook it today, but if you're planning on cooking it on a different day, or you can add it directly to your shopping list. Just going back to explore, I just want to give you an idea of how you can use some of the ingredients that you might find in your fridge that you're not sure what you should do with. So for instance, say you had some chicken breasts and you were at a bit of a loose end as to what to do with them and you're looking for some inspiration, just type in chicken to the search bar and various chicken dishes will appear. Click on the search and all of those recipes will come up with the visual images and the full recipes for you to make a decision. And certainly this changes a couple of chicken breasts into something very exciting. So if you look at the pictures and you think, I'd like to cook this today, if you click on the 3 dots, you can add it to Cook Today, bookmark, add to a collection, add to your week, or add to your shopping list. So let's say we're going to cook this one today. So that's been added to our recipe chart for today. Now if I wanted to cook something that went with this dish, and I also had some potatoes, if I type in potatoes and do a search, I will get all the various lovely, yummy looking potato dishes that might be suitable to go with my dish. Now I think potato cakes would go really well with the chicken burgers. So I'm going to click on that and I'm going to select to cook those today as well. And then if I have a look at my week, and this is across the week, so starting from the Monday, flowing through to the Sunday. I have a couple of other recipes that I was planning on cooking today, and the 2 new recipes that I've added appear today. Now, if you wanted to, you can actually place recipes into your planner for weeks and months ahead. And to just go back to your week if you click on the calendar. and then clicking on the 3 lines will just show what you've got for today. Okay, so now we know we've got all those that we'd like to cook for today, but I would like to order them into a shopping list. So I'm going to click Show Ingredients. So this is showing everything that is required to make these items. Now, if there was something that I already had on this list, for instance, water, I'm not going to buy my water from the supermarket. If I just click on this square here, it will take that off the list. And I also have some olive oil or some sunflower oil, so I'm going to remove that from my list. And I also have sea salt and pepper. Okay, so now I'm left with the list of things I need to buy. So you have a couple of options here. If you click on the 3 dots, you can share this by email, or you can print it if your PC or tablet, or laptop, etc. is connected to your printer, or you can clear the list completely if you were finished with it and you were looking to start again. The other option here is to order your ingredients. And to do this, you just click on the link, and then you have an option to order your food from Tesco's, Asda, Ocado, and Amazon Fresh. Simply click on the supermarket that you wish to use. All the items immediately materialize as actual products that are sold by that supermarket. And then you simply select Add to your Tesco's cart. It will then take you to your account so that you can log in, and then that will be added directly to your cart, and then you can simply select a delivery slot. To get out of that, just press the X. So if you're planning on going to the supermarket, you might just want to share this, and you can just select copy. So that's been copied to a clipboard, of which you can now go into your email provider, copy and paste into your email, and then just send that to yourself so that when you get to the supermarket, the list is on your smartphone, or you could add it to a Word document, to notes, etc. If you are using this on your telephone, then you can simply just go into the app and look at the shopping list, or if you wanted to, keep a copy of it and add it to your notes or to a text message. There's various different options to do that. Now, looking at my recipes. So here are a list of recipes stored that you've bookmarked and any collections that you've created. So you saw earlier an option to add it to a collection. So I've got a couple of collections here that I've started. I've got this one that's vegan comfort food. And as I've come across a recipe that is vegan, I simply add it to that collection. To create a collection, you just need to go to this button at the bottom and type in the new name of your collection. I'm going to call my new collection Breads. And then I'm going to save that. So now I have my new collection. At the moment it doesn't have any recipes in. So let's add some recipes to that collection by exploring. So I'm just going to type in bread. And here we've got some nice options. Oh, bread sauce. I think I'd like to add that to my collection. So when you select add to collection, it brings up all your collections. So I'm going to click on breads. And that's been automatically added to my collection. I'd like to make a sandwich loaf. So I'm going to add that to my collection. And, oh, soda bread. And then add that to my collection. So just popping back onto my recipes, you can see now that under breads, I have all the recipes that I'd previously selected. If you need any help with Cookiedoo, you can just click on this little person and the arrow here, and then you have your account details, help option, if you want to sign out of your account if you're using someone else's computer. So if you need help, you can just click on help here and you get information for customer care and all the contact details are there. If you'd like to change the language of your Thermomix Cookiedoo account, you just come to the bottom here where it says English and you select the region or country, and then you'll be able to change the language. So just looking on this main screen of Cookiedoo, you've obviously got the search bar, which we've already looked at. Here are all the top recipes that people are using. These are the latest recipes that have been added. And then they'll often have a recipe spotlight, just to show you that something that's particularly nice and seasonal at the moment. So they're also offering cooking lessons here, and they're introducing pastries in this class with Camilla. And to start the videos, you just click on Start Learning. Here you'll find the recipes that are most cooked from Cookiedoo, and then information about updates, etc. for your Thermomix. Here you'll find some other information just to give you tips and ideas, often very seasonal and extremely useful. Here's a little introduction to the new online ingredient ordering that you can do through Cookiedoo, which we've already discussed. And then also on Cookiedoo, they add collections. They add collections quite often, and they normally do this before a new book is released. So the latest collections here are Everyday Basics, Halloween, and then one called Rock On, which is related to their stoneware collection, and that will be, all the recipes will be related to using the stoneware. And then they normally have some highlighted recipes. This week's favourites is Legendary Legumes. So there's lots of lovely vegetarian bean dishes here. And then there's a list of categories. So the various categories they have are all recipes: starters, soups, pasta, rice dishes, meat dishes, fish dishes, vegetarian dishes, main dishes, others, side dishes, sauces, dips, spreads and sweets, desserts and sweets, baking savoury and baking sweet. This is a really nice place to come if you're just needing some inspiration and you want to see what all the recipes are available under those categories. And if you click here, they also have some more. So they've got bread rolls, drinks, basic baby food, sauces, dips and spreads, savoury, breakfast, snacks and menus. So just to give you an idea, let's click on the soups. So we clicked on the soups, 150 results have been found, and we have access now to all of the soup recipes that are available on Thermomix, and there is plenty to keep you going this winter. And then finally, you'll find the latest articles. This is an article about the new warm-up mode, which has been added to the TM6 functions. There's an article around pumpkins. Again, the articles will all be really seasonal. And then this is an article on a homemade pantry. Obviously, at the moment, when we're finding it difficult to find flowers, etc., this is going to give you ideas of how you can keep your pantry stocked. Ideas for making the most of root vegetables, and a back-to-school weekly meal planning, which is really useful now that the children have gone back to school. And then if you want to just have a look at all the recipes that they possibly have, you can explore all the recipes here by just clicking Discover. Terms of service, privacy policy, disclaimer, imprints and cookies can all be found below. So when you're using Cookiedoo on your Thermomix, the setup is pretty much the same, but there's an added feature which is really helpful. When you're searching for a recipe, so say for instance you type in chicken, if you click on the filters, it brings up various different filters which you can apply. So you can specify if you want soups or starters, etc. If various ingredients, if you wanted to have anything that was tagged, whether you wanted the difficulty to be easy, medium or advanced, preparation times, total times, the amounts of portions, star ratings, and the language that it wants to appear in. But also you have the option to change the region. So for instance, chicken dishes will be different in Belgium. So I've selected Belgium to add to my country of regions. And so as well as the UK, I've now got any recipes that will be appearing in Belgium. And then if you click on show the results, I'm now going to have all of the recipes that are available in England and also in Belgium. And this is really fabulous because some of the regions, particularly Australia, have some really amazing, gorgeous dishes, and you can add them to be able to look, when you look at your region, you can include them and you can have a look at some of the other recipes that people are making across the world.